Okay, I'm Yombo from CNC News, and I'm here actually in a great place. You guys actually gonna discover it's a very interesting story. I'm here with Albert Okura.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
Let me actually shake your hand because your story is very interesting.
Yes.
I want people to know because there is a good story. But before we tell that story, because you're standing about actually what part of the story is, you have a restaurant called JUAN POLLO. How did that start?
Well, I've been in the fast food business my whole life. I grew up eating McDonald's.
Yes.
Come to think of it, and I grew up in Los Angeles, and in 1961, McDonald's came to Los Angeles. It became my favorite place, and that inspired me to stay in the fast food business.
Okay.
1970, I went to work at Burger King, and they're the second largest hamburger chain in
Yes,
the world.
in the world, yeah.
And so I was doing that during the big explosion of fast food growth. And in 1984, I had the opportunity to come to the Ontario, California to open a JUAN POLLO restaurant doing chicken. And but when I was growing up, I only ate hamburgers. I never ate chicken. So then what happened was America started turning away from the red meat and into more poultry. And I was in the right place at the right time, so I came out to this area is called Inland Empire. Came to Inland Empire '84, established our first JUAN POLLO in Ontario, California. And after the second year, we started doing really good.
Yeah.
So I came and opened a second store in San Bernardino. And that's when I found out that McDonald's...
No. We going fast in here. Oh my
Oh.
God. We're going too fast actually. But the story is like this. By listening to your name, it looked like you have a Japanese background.
Yes, my grandparents came from Japan.
Yeah.
But I'm really part of the melting pot of America,
Of course.
where
Yes.
where my parents, both my parents are deceased now. They were born in Southern California.
Yeah.
They spent their whole life in California. During World War II, my father was in the United States Army when the war broke out. So I was born in 1951. After
You're young.
I wish. After the war, and so I only speak English.
Okay, now, but even though, but my question is like this. You have a Japanese background, but you decided to make Mexican marinated chicken. Why?
Well, part of the reason was the JUAN POLLO part is really a theme.
Yes.
And if you study JUAN POLLO restaurant, what I did was I made, we're really an American company with a Hispanic theme. So a lot of times people make a mistake, they get too ethnic. And then in America's a melting pot of the world.
I agree, yeah.
So I'm trying to get everybody to come like our food. So if you try our food, you'll see we have a little bit of something for everybody. And my friend, sometimes people get a little leery if they find out I'm Japanese background. So
Yes.
First question, if they don't know JUAN POLLO, they say, "What's the Asian guy doing in a Mexican?"
In the Mexican restaurant.
And so
I didn't want to say it like that,
but
but
it's true. I would think the same thing because in all these years, I have met zero Japanese American third generation I meet in fast food business.
Correct.
And they don't do it. So
You see that in America? We all American, man. You decide whatever you want to do, whatever you want to cook. This is America.
And what happened was I met my friend Armando Parra. He was born in Chihuahua, Mexico. And when I had the opportunity to open up a chicken restaurant, because actually we sell the copy of Pollo Loco.
I got you.
El Pollo Loco. And
it's a marinated,
there's a more really barbecue. I'm doing rotisserie.
Okay.
But then Armando's when I was sent out to copy El Pollo Loco and do the charbroil or barbecue chicken.
You did.
Armando's he came out and you work in the chains. When you work at the chains, they teach you how to manage, how to do cost controls.
Correct.
They don't teach you how to open a business.
That's true.
So
how did you learn that? Or how did you do it?
This is the story. So I had the opportunity. My uncle had property at shopping center in Ontario, California, and there was a restaurant that was failing. He said, "Why don't you come and open a chicken restaurant?" And I said, I was 32 years old at the time. So I said, I got to do something in my life because I was only working at fast food.
Correct.
And so I said, okay, I'll come out to this Inland Empire. And I'm going to go do this for 5 years, no matter what happens.
Okay.
And now when I first got into it, I didn't know what to do because no one ever taught me how to manage a business.
Yeah.
Well, not the managers, just like how to start the business, how to buy the equipment, how to get the suppliers, how to get everything ready to open a new business. And so I remember my friend Armando. I called him. I said, Armando, I need some help here. And he was a very creative type. So he came right away. He said, you know what? Back home we do rotisserie chicken. We don't do this charbroil chicken. We do rotisserie. You need to do rotisserie because I didn't have the space to have all the little
the grills. Yeah.
And so the Armando started helping me. He was like a contractor. And so he's jack of all trades, so he did a little of this, a little of that. And so he helped me get the restaurant ready, and he found a rotisserie cooker machine from New York. So they built the machine, and one week before we were open, we got the machine. And I said, Armando, you gotta come up with a recipe because I do hamburgers, I don't know chicken. You know, I never ate chicken growing up because I didn't like fried chicken.
Okay.
You know?
So that's now. You know what? I want actually to save part of the story because if people want to know the rest of the story, they need to come and see because he told me that you still cook. You still have the restaurant here. You know, you can have actually. I'm gonna put it. San Bernardino. So now let's talk about San Bernardino. That's a part of the second part of the story. How did you get this place? It's a museum, McDonald's museum. How did you get to this?
That's another story now. In 1986, I opened the second restaurant in San Bernardino, and I don't know if you know, but the Route 66 was right there in San Bernardino, and it's the most famous mother road, the original highway of America, by everybody to Southern California. And I grew up along the coast of California, where nobody cared about Route 66. I care about Pacific Coast Highway. The highway goes up and down the coast facing the ocean. So I never came out this way, and nobody really, at the time, in the 80s, nobody really cared about Route 66.
Correct.
So what happened was I found out my restaurant is located on Route 66, and nobody even cared about it. And then what happened was a book came out at the same time called Behind the Arches. It was a case study of McDonald's Corporation, how they started from nothing and became the biggest food corporation in the world.
Yeah.
And first chapter said, well, yes, there was a McDonald Brothers, which I didn't even realize. I could be the McDonald's when Ray Kroc bought the company. You know, Ray Kroc bought the company in 1961. So I never knew there was any brothers. First chapter said, yes, there's McDonald Brothers, and their original store was in San Bernardino on 14th and E, on this location.
Right here.
This is after I've been in business all these years, and I was 32 at the time. I idolized McDonald's. I knew all about Ray Kroc. It never dawned on me there was a brothers. And then so I came over to look at the property, and what they said was in the book was that it was a music store, which is true. They tore the original McDonald's building down in 1972, and then they built this building, the current building, and it was a music store. And this area became more depressed area, so it was sort of a bad neighborhood to live if you're middle class. So
we saw some interesting people down there.
Yeah, and personally, I don't know. Well, it's better for me because if the prices were like Los Angeles prices of property, I couldn't afford to buy this and for free. But anyway, so this is 1986. I find out McDonald's. I said, oh, that's interesting. And I went back to the restaurant, and I never came back because I was, you know, I was really a freeway guy. I was always on the interstates or freeways, and so I never did the local streets of Route 66. And then in 1998, we were really busy in the store because by then it was 12 years. We were always busy. And so I happened to read the newspaper, the Sunday newspaper, in 1998. It said "History for Sale." Side of the original McDonald's for sale. Nobody wants it.
Right here.
And so I came and looked at the property. This Sunday was in the paper on Sunday. Then the next day I was in escrow. And then so the articles basically said, "Property's for sale. Nobody wants it," and they go through escrow after escrow after escrow, and it was $135,000. And what happened was people were marketing it as a McDonald's side of the original McDonald's property, and investors from LA come. They see the amount of land, which is like a double lot, right? 4,000 square foot reconditioned building, and the price in LA would have been $400,000 or $500,000.
Of course.
And here it was
135.
And what they would do is they wanted to flip it. So they get the property and they go into escrow, and they call McDonald's Corporation and say, well, we have your original site, you want to buy it. They thought they wouldn't want to buy it.
They want to buy it, yeah.
Now they didn't know the McDonald's Corporation didn't even care about this property. They didn't want nothing to do with
At all? They didn't have nothing to do with it?
They wanted nothing to do with the McDonald brothers. If you study McDonald's, Ray Kroc, Dick and Mac McDonald, they invented McDonald's on this property, this location. They became famous here. Ray Kroc selling those shake machine mixers. He met them, and he became franchisee from them. And then eventually in 1961 he had to buy them out. It was a very bitter sale. And when they closed escrow, Ray Kroc said, "I'm never going to mention the brothers the rest of my life. So he let everybody
Wow.
believe he was the founder. That's why.
I need to read more about McDonald's.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's an amazing story, and that's why. Me growing up, they came to Los Angeles 1961, the same year Ray Kroc bought the company,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew all about Ray Kroc, and he's my idol. I want to be just like him.
Correct.
I never dawned on me that he didn't invent McDonald's. Nobody even talked about it. So nobody in the food business, and I was in the food business my whole life, nobody even knew the history unless they were here in San Bernardino.
There's a movie that came out actually.
Yeah, it's called The Founder.
Yes.
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton did that. I saw a picture somewhere. Right there.
Yes.
Yes. That's a Michael
and
Keaton
that
right
movie was getting more airtime on like a Netflix
Yeah.
and the Showtime.
Yeah.
It's a longevity type of movie because I found out almost everyone in any country knows a McDonald's.
But they don't know the whole real story. Like I say, I don't want to share everything because people need to come and talk to you. People need to come on these places. Even McDonald's people, I think they should come down here. I think so because this is fantastic. Now, when you bought the place, did you find everything that's here, or did you bring stuff?
Yeah, well, let me tell you what happened. When I bought the property, and when I first saw the property, when I read the book, 1986,
Yeah.
it was just this building, and nothing said McDonald's.
Yeah.
There was absolutely nothing was McDonald's. And then when it came up for a foreclosure sale, in 1998, what it had that monument outside. It had that disc.
Yeah.
Not the sign. The sign wasn't
Not the
restored.
sign itself, yeah.
The disc up there was says historic site of the original McDonald's with the McDonald's logo,
Mhm.
and that monument on the front was in there. And what happened was, from the time I saw the property to the time they filed bankruptcy, the San Bernardino City Light Opera, they bought the property in 1992. They took over the property because, and this was before internet, because they were a nonprofit. They got McDonald's Corporation
Yeah.
to put that monument and say, yes, this was the side of the original McDonald's.
Yeah, the sign.
And I think McDonald's miscalculated, or I miscalculated too, because no one ever saw the full coming of all the social media.
Yeah, of course.
Smartphones. And so they put their logo on there, and they can't walk that back. So I bought the property with that logo, and if they didn't do that, I couldn't say we're historic site of the original McDonald's museum.
Wow,
And
that's
I could
fantastic.
they named this property. I could use that logo on top, and on that main sign itself, I kind of halfway restored the red and white, the lettering, but that's not really quite original. But that's the original sign of the McDonald's, and that
The 5 cents burger and all that.
yeah, that's sort of
Now, 1998, you bought the place. If you have good memory, tell us what is the first item that you brought in this place that's McDonald's.
well.
Maybe if you can show it to us, actually. I saw actually some picture down there.
Well, actually, what happened was it all happened because what happened was we well, I didn't know what's gonna happen. I closed escrow.
Yeah.
I got the front page of the newspapers that said Albert's gonna open
Yeah.
a museum. It really wasn't my intent, but whenever I started doing a lot of interviews with the JUAN POLLO, so I learned whenever you do interviews with newsprint or
Or television,
just keep talking. And
Well, I don't have enough time for television. I want to keep it short
throw a bunch of
to
ideas
ask
out.
people, to have people come here
And then see
and
what
see you.
sticks.
Yes.
Okay.
So what is like you believe the first thing you brought in here as a McDonald's product in this museum place?
Well, what we started doing when we had our near our grand opening, people started bringing things to us.
Okay.
Like this lady here.
The straws.
This lady here brought those
Yeah.
coffee mugs. 'Cause actually, in 1940, the McDonald's brothers they opened a barbecue restaurant, and that predated McDonald's
Yes.
actual hamburger. 1948, they switched over to hamburgers. This lady she came and brought these mugs,
Mm-hmm.
and then and they were like from the early
Okay.
1940s. And then this other lady, she brought that lady
1950s
there, she
and-
brought
Yeah.
original straw down there. And then one of our better things I liked is when I had people come to us. This lady here, Dottie, she came in when we had a grand opening, and she was one of the original car hops in the early days of McDonald's. Like car
And that
hops.
was here.
She came, yes, here.
Mhm.
There was McDonald's barbecue, and they did car hops just like Happy Days TV show.
Okay.
And then she came in person. She came in person, and a couple of the ladies.
Those are nice pictures. Now I saw some demolition stuff. If you can, we can see it actually right this way. I saw some bricks, I think, or concrete.
Oh yeah.
Tell me the story about that one.
Okay, in 1960
Right here.
1961, Ray Kroc, he bought the company from the McDonald brothers.
Yeah.
It was a very bitter sale. He was mad at the brothers, and so 1.5 block down the street to the north of us, he put the original his McDonald's, this
Over there in the 1970s.
19. This one says 1962.
Yes.
Okay, when Ray Kroc bought the company, this is the property.
Right there, yeah.
He
Ray Kroc.
opened 1.5 block, 15th Street, this
Yeah.
one 14th and E, the 50th E, the original McDonald's.
Yeah.
Or-
And then they demolished it.
And then and this one here, well, no, this one here, they had to change the sign to Big M. That's
Right
our
there,
sign.
yes,
That's
yes,
our actual
yes,
sign.
yes, yes.
And then so Ray Kroc, once the brothers gave up and they stopped doing the Big M,
Yeah.
Ray Kroc let this store go. This is how his restaurant was in the
See.
2000 by the time I
Wonderful.
came. Bought
Right
this
there,
property.
yeah.
Yeah, and then in 2003, the city condemned the property, tore the building down.
Yeah.
And my guy Jack, who's right there when he's a little younger,
Yeah,
than me,
yeah.
he went and salvaged these. So
Yeah.
we're the only ones that have these. This was the last remaining of Ray Kroc's McDonald's and San
I
Diego.
got you, I got
And
you.
these were fire baskets. So these are authentic. This is the fire sign.
Yeah.
And this is something nobody else has anywhere.
Wonderful. Look, Albert, I don't want to take a lot of your time. I think we did almost like 15 minutes. Like I say, I don't want you to tell the whole story because I want people to come down here and talk to you because you're still cooking your chicken at JUAN POLLO right in San Bernardino.
I'm trying to cook less now because I'm trying to do
Concentrated.
We're trying to get ready to expand because really I don't charge or anything to come to the museum here.
Not yet,
I don't
yeah.
make
You
it.
want
When I
people
need
to
it
know.
in, I won't because if I do try to make money off it, McDonald's will probably try to sue me.
That's
and so
true.
what this is providing marketing for JUAN POLLO because
Yeah.
the JUAN POLLO, what I'm doing, it has a potential to go all over the world, just like McDonald's did
I agree.
in the
I agree.
60s
I
and
agree.
70s.
I agree.
And especially with things like the social media, it's really expanding the.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yeah. What? So I was about to call you JUAN POLLO. Albert,
If you call me Juan.
I know. I want to thank you for the time. I think I was lucky to have you here. It was fantastic. I don't know what else you want to tell people or where they can find
there's
you.
another story about
Uh-oh.
a famous town. I ended up buying a famous Route 66 town. That's another story.
Ooh, so come down here and talk to Albert.
And I never heard of this town, and I buy it.
What's the name of the town?
Amboy, California.
Amboy.
If you research Amboy, it's the most amazing thing.
So you're gonna buy it?
I bought it. I've owned it 50 years.
What?
I never heard of Amboy until I bought it, and every year more and more people are coming.
America. This is what we're talking
It's
about.
amazing, yeah,
That's what I'm talking
because
about.
it's the most famous Route 66 attraction in California, and that's how I found it, because this is on Route 66.
Wow.
JUAN POLLO's on Route 66, and Amboy's on Route 66, and I get more and more people going there. Actually, Amboy is more famous in Europe and even Asia than America.
Wait.
And I'm a native Californian.
I know.
I
That's
never
what I'm
heard of
saying.
it.
I didn't hear about you until. I mean, we know the JUAN POLLO, but I didn't know you.
Yeah.
So like you said, we're expecting probably someone from the Latin, descent, but it's not even.
Well, I'm smart enough to stay in the background.
You're good. No. I think you should be up front because that's why people are gonna know you.
Well, no, when people like our product, they don't care who the owner is.
That's America.
But first impressions, everyone assumes I'm an immigrant because in Southern California, all the immigration is completely changed.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So everyone has their own culture. They don't really assimilate like they did in the 50s. 60s.
Wonderful.
So all the people that are doing like restaurants now, they're immigrants, Asian immigrants, and they don't.
Yeah, that's what this country is based on, immigration.
And-
Albert, you know what? Thank you very much. Again, like I said, I don't want to take your time. So my name is Yombo from CNC. Follow the story, come to San Bernardino, and you're gonna meet this gentleman right here. Albert, he's fantastic, as you can see. You're not gonna be bored. He's got so much to show. His office actually is here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we see you later.